There's this really weird thing that gets said about Zohran a lot as a way to dismiss him.
Mr. Mondami is very good on Twitter and with videos, but he actually produces nothing.
I thought I needed more experience, but turns out you just need to make good videos.
He's very good at videos, but not reality.
We've already heard that line before.
You'd think after the rise of Trump via shitposting on Twitter, Mamdani's videos, and even more boutique cases like the recent rise of New York City legislator Chiase due to catchy TikTok-esque videos, people might get how this works. And for all the people still living in 1992, an online following is a form of power, at least if people actually want to listen to you. It's not the era of Reagan anymore. TV barely matters. People are addicted to their smartphones, endlessly scrolling and looking for something real in the shit pile. TV doesn't feel real. Now, Zohran, to his credit, has known this all along. I know this because there was a time in the very early days of his campaign when his name recognition was under 1%, when we were walking down 31st Avenue together, and he told me he was going to model his online messaging around a similar blitzkrieg, post-all-the-time strategy I waste my life doing. He asked me to give some of his staff some tips on posting, with the slightly hedged nod to the ridiculousness of it all, as most people do when they're talking about online stuff. But unlike them, Zohran was just giving me shit. It was clear he actually understood the power of it and was going to do it. Because it's obvious when you see how this stuff works. There's a reason that religion, advertising, influence campaign, politics, and propaganda all work on the same basic model, regardless of whether the goal is virtuous or nefarious. You have to get your message in front of people constantly to educate, rally, and unite supporters and to inject your philosophy into the cultural narrative. Now, this isn't quite as easy as I make it sound, unless you've got endless money like Coca-Cola to buy boatloads of advertising or something. But there are several things internet videos absolutely need if you're going to win people's attention among all the other noise. It has to be interesting and informative, the viewer has to believe it's correct, and most importantly, it has to be authentic. This is why people like Cuomo and Schumer are terrified of this new reality and try to dismiss it as just making good videos. They're comfortable with a completely outdated model. They've been making studio porn, and Zohran's been making amateur porn. And if you don't get that metaphor, you probably didn't get the rest of this video either.